Hi, I'm Eric with Mathews, and in this video we're going to go over a standard software update on a Pinnacle 2020 dryer. This is a mock-up of an L6000 dryer, and we're going to do a sample update of a tech bulletin that went out. In this example, we're going from 00 software to .01 software, but the process we do will be the same on future software updates. So along with the kit, you should have two memory cards. One is an MMC memory card that's used on the PLC, and the second is a USB stick that will be used to update the HMI. The first thing we'll want to do in this process is update the PLC. For that, we'll take our MMC card, we'll come over to the PLC and turn off power by turning off breaker 329. We can see that all of the LEDs on the PLC have turned off, telling us that it's no longer powered. We'll now open this door, and there's a slot to enter the MMC card. Notice the orientation on the card. There's a cutout on one corner, and the orientation has to be correct or it won't go in. So we'll put the card in and click it, and we'll then turn our breaker 329 back on. If you look on the PLC module on the left side, you'll see the Run Stop button is flashing green and orange. This will happen for about 25 to 30 seconds while the update happens. You'll notice some other LEDs on the rest of the HMI also flashing green and red. If we look up at the HMIs, we can see that some of the visibilities on our home screen have turned off. This is normal while the PLC is being updated, as some of those visibilities for those buttons are stored in the PLC. So, if we look back at the PLC, we can see now the Run Stop LED is solid yellow, and the Maintenance LED is flashing yellow. This tells us the update's finished, so we can turn off the breaker 329. We can then go back up to our PLC and remove the memory card, and we'll then turn back on the breaker 329. The PLC will take 25 to 30 seconds to start up, but you'll know that it's finished rebooting when the Run Stop button stops flashing, turns solid green, and the rest of your LEDs across here should be solid. You'll also notice that the visibilities on your HMI will come back as the PLC turns on. At this point, the PLC has been updated, and we'll have to update the HMI. For this portion, we'll use the USB stick, and we'll open up the remote cabinet. The USB can be plugged into the back of the HMI into either of the two USB slots. So we'll take the stick, plug it into the USB slot, and we'll now go back to the front of the HMI. To our troubleshooting menu, we'll go into the service window, navigate on the bottom ribbon over to the HMI settings, and there's a button here that says Update HMI. I'll click that button. It'll take about 5 or 10 seconds before anything happens, but eventually we'll see the HMI screen will turn white. That'll tell you that the HMI is updating. If we wait a minute here, so when the screen goes blank, it's now downloading the update. This will take about 5 minutes, at which point the home screen will come back up telling you it's finished. This process will have to be repeated on both HMIs so that you get the latest software on both screens. So we finished updating both of our HMIs, and they've returned to the home screen when they started up. The next thing we'll want to do is navigate to the troubleshooting menu to the system config page. Here we can see the PLC version and HMI version. These should match the software kit that was just installed. At this time, you should navigate through various settings pages and ensure that all of your customers' settings have been maintained through the update, and if any of them need to be reset, you should enter those. At this point, the software update's complete. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.